How you guys doing? Welcome to Easy Rider. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. Help me grow. I need 1,000 subscribers. I only got 18. I'm going to tell you some reasons why I got into motorcycle riding and some reasons why I stayed and why I still do ride motorcycles. They're not necessarily in any particular order. Unless I were to just do this sitting down at home with a script in front of me, I'd mess up the order and the number anyway, so I'm not going to mess with that. That's one reason right there. Well, now the hill's in the way. Why I got into it and why I still like it is the views, what you can see. I know, yeah, you can see them from a car, but it's not quite the same. It's just not the same. I see more when I'm on my bike. Now, maybe when I get too infirm to ride, maybe I'll buy a convertible. Maybe that'll be more like it. But for now, I like it. I like the view from the seat of my bike. Also, one of the big reasons I got in fact, the main reason I got into it when I was 13 years old was I lived in Alaska, and you could get a special operator's permit at 15 years old to ride motorcycles of 5 horsepower or less. So I got a Honda 55 trail bike just because I wanted to ride something. And then I really liked it. I liked riding the trails. I liked riding the roads. It was a really small bike, but maybe 35, 40 miles an hour was as fast as you could go and maintain the speed. You might have been able to get up to 45, but it was wrapped up so tight you'd have blown that engine if you'd have stayed there. But it was fun on the trails. It was a lot better than walking to get to the store or go to school or something like that. And then I really liked riding the trails, so when I got older and could have a bigger bike, I got a Hodaka Ace 90, and that was a street legal dirt bike, 2-stroke, and it had a lot more power than the Honda 55 Trail, although the Honda 55 Trail, it could go up the side of a wall if you could keep yourself pinned to it with springs or something. It just didn't go real fast. But the Hodaka 90, while it still wasn't a racing bike, you could go a lot faster, and you could wheelie it a lot easier. Not that I couldn't wheelie the 55, but the Hodaka 90 was a lot easier to wheelie. And doing donuts and skids was a lot easier to control the Hodaka than it was the Honda. Maybe because the Hodaka had a gas tank right up here like regular motorcycles have, and the Honda 50, it was a 55 was a step-through model. It was all open in here. And so when I needed to grip the tank, I could stay on better by pressing my legs into the tank. And when I appealed to me. It doesn't appeal to me so much now like that, but when I was real young, I liked that idea. And the girls liked, even though they were just small bikes that I had when I was a young adolescent, they liked them too. And riding is always better than walking. Always better than walking. And as I got where I could get my real license to drive a car and everything unrestricted, well, I still wanted a car. I wanted a big motorcycle, a big one. And I was still enthralled with the bad boy image at that time, at 16. Well, Harley-Davidson was what I wanted. And I got hooked on them, not quite at that time. The first one I had, I really wasn't that happy with it. It was very hard to start, no electric start, kick start only, 53 panhead hardtailed chopper. Didn't even have that big seat, soft seat with all them springs in it. Just a little seat with maybe about that much foam going down the frame and then up the rear fender. And no shocks in the rear, just the air in the tire for cushioning. I didn't really like that. It was hard on my back even as a young man. In fact, I only rode it short distances like to work, school, going to the store, stuff like that. I made one long trip to the Grand Canyon and I said never, ever again could I ride a motorcycle on a trip. And I had point problems. The points kept getting messed up that I couldn't get it. At 145 pounds, when the points got messed up, there was a lot of times I just couldn't get it started. I couldn't get it going. Now, once it got going, it stayed running. That wasn't a problem. But of course, you're going to shut it off when you get where you're going, and every once in a while, you're going to stall them, and all that kicking and kicking. So I left Harley-Davidson and went to a Yamaha 350 Scrambler. I was amazed at how much power that 350 had. It was a two-stroke too. It was a 1968 YR2C. Had the uppipes that Scramblers are noted for. It was really light still, not as light as the Honda 55 or the Hodaka 90, but still very light. If I fell over on it, I could pick it up real easy. I could pick up the Harleys at that time, but not real easy. I had to flex my muscles to get them up. And it was easy to flip around on the streets, and I still didn't get into going on anything other than some day rides for maybe 4 or 5 hours. Then I got a Honda 350, CB 350. And I could ride longer on that, and I started doing some shorter trips on that, camping trips where I'd ride a few hours and camp with some friends of mine and that. But then I began missing the sound and the feel of the Harley. And you know, in my early 20s, I was still into that that bad boy reputation, bad boy image. Not that I was a bad boy, but I thought the image and the rep of a bad boy was something desirable. And the Harley had the look, even if it wasn't a chopper, because by then I'd gotten that chopper aspect out of my system. The way the Harleys looked was better than any other motorcycle looked to me. And the way it felt, the vibration, and the sound, the rumble. I had a girlfriend that she liked the vibration on the hardtail. All of the other things, what I could see was still an important factor in my 20s, the views that I could see, and the way I felt. I felt free when I was out riding a motorcycle. Then when I got older, middle-aged, then I started wanting to go on trips again. My wife and I would go on long trips. Dyna. We made a 3,998 mile round trip one time. So we made a lot of 2,000 to 3,000 mile trips. And we'd ride all day. All day. Another reason for keeping on riding was whatever problems I was having, emotional problems, be it with the job, other people, friends and family, not getting along so well with them maybe. When I was out riding, all that disappeared. It's still, everything disappears. When I'm under stress, feeling down, going for a ride on a motorcycle is just the best thing that can happen. Now, it doesn't mean the problem goes away, but it seems like once I put it into gear and give it some gas and start rolling, nothing else matters. Only the ride matters. Whoa, 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 whoa. 85 miles an hour there. Well, probably about 80 because my speedometer's off. There's a view of the Bradshaw Mountain. So, yeah, now there's a berm in the way. But riding just makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I don't have a care in the world. Yeah, the problems are still there when I get off the bike, but it is therapeutic for me to ride. And so I do it. And I still, even though these engines are rubber mounted and supposed to be a lot smoother, there's still more vibration on a Harley than there is on other bikes that I've ridden, but I like that vibration. I like the vibration. And I got a touring bike because I had decided I like to go on trips. But since I got this touring bike, I haven't been on that many trips, and I've had it 12 years now. I haven't really gone on a lot of trips. I went on several the first 3 or 4 years that I had it, but then my body started feeling its age, and so I can't ride definitely can't ride all day anymore. 2 to 3 hours is about all I really want to ride. I'll push it sometimes, make a ride 4, but after about 1.5 to 2 hours, I gotta get off. I gotta get off for a while. But then when I get back on, I don't still have another 1.5 to 2 hours in me before I gotta get off again. So long-term riding, not so much anymore. And this bike is almost 800 pounds with the additions that I've done to it. I haven't actually weighed it, but I mean, both saddlebags are full. I've got a lot of electronics that I've added to it, and they all weigh something that puts weight on it. And the highway pegs and the extenders, they weigh a couple of pounds, I'm sure. And when I put the tour pack on and fill it up, I'm sure it goes over 800 pounds. But I just love riding, and unless my back is really hurting, or my legs, because it's my back and my legs that hurt really bad, although my hands hurt too. I still go out and ride for a short period of time, and I'm great. I enjoy it. I get home and I may be stoved up when I get home and I don't want to get out of my reclining chair. Maybe I'll have a few drinks, take a painkiller, but right now it's not enough to stop me from riding. I would like a lighter bike though. I'd like to go back to a Dyna, but this bike has so many miles on it, I couldn't get enough enough money out of it to buy a Dyna that I really want. I really want another lowrider without having to spend additional money. But I don't want a real new one, but I do want a low mileage one. I want to stay well under 30,000 miles on the next one, and the less the better. But I digress. The bad boy image is not that important to me anymore, but the Harley image still is, because of the way they look and sound and feel. So as long as I can only own one bike, it's still going to be a Harley, unless it just gets where I got an itch. My mustache is itching. Unless it just gets where I cannot handle the weight at all, then I'll ride whatever I can ride. Whatever I can afford, whatever I can handle, I'm going to ride as long as I can ride. And I mentioned the sound. And that's the sound I love. That's the sound I love. Although not all Harleys sound the same. My personal belief is that the panhead engine with either no mufflers but long bent pipes, a couple of angle bends so that they come up back here by the rear of the bike, up about the height of my back, sounds the best sounding motorcycle I have ever heard. Now, the idle sound of a shovel head with no mufflers sounds like it's almost ready to die, almost gonna just stall. That's the best idling sound. But when you go with the throttle, the pan head, oh, you can't beat it. But, you know, all of them sound good. Even sport bikes, they have a completely different sound to them. But I'd still like to hear, I'd still rev them up periodically if I had one. My next most favorite bike to ride is street legal dirt bike. Not a real big one. Something around 350 to 450, maybe 500 cc's tops, but no more than 400 pounds. In fact, the lighter, the better. Lighter, the better. There's a newer Harley road glide or street glide. I think it's a street glide is actually the most popular, the best-selling new Harley-Davidson. But I get the, okay, that's a street glide. I think, well, maybe not. Maybe it's, no, street glide's got that fixed fairing, frame-mounted fairing. I don't think that one does. And the road glide has the mirrors mounted in the fairing. Or is it the other way around? Ah, shoot, I can't remember. Oh well, I'm digressing again. Anyway, those are the reasons I started riding motorcycles, I continued riding motorcycles, and I still like to ride motorcycles. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to don't miss the next adventure.